Ukraine's President Zelensky said Russia has suffered heavy losses in what he called a very fierce and difficult battle for the city of Severodonetsk. In his nightly televised broadcast, he said in many respects the fate of the Donbas region of eastern Ukraine was being decided there. The regional governor says Russian forces now control most of the city, with Ukrainian fighters only in control of the industrial areas on the outskirts of Severodonetsk. Our correspondent Joe Inwood is in Kyiv and has more now on why this is such a strategically important city.
This is a city, this is the current focal point of Russia's invasion. This is where they're putting all of their troops, their artillery, their armour into the Donbas region. And really they're trying to break through here and push in from the east. And it's mainly important because it's where they are focusing their forces. It's been a brutal battle for the last few weeks. There have been conflicting reports of who's on the offensive, who's on the defensive. But it does look now like the Russians have the upper hand. In the last few hours or so, the regional governor, Severodonetsk, has said that they control most of the city and Ukrainian forces are confined to the industrial area. It's worth discussing those comments that President Zelensky made, talking about how the battle for this city is the key to the Donbas. I don't know if he's talking there strategically or symbolically, because it is symbolically an important city, but actually you do have another defensive position, the city of Lysychansk, just a mile or so away on much higher ground, and with the river Severodonetsk running between the two. So I think even if the city did fall, there would be a fallback position for the Ukrainians, which I know they have been fortifying.
Joe, just stay with us because we want to bring our viewers, and I want to get your thoughts on an interview done by Stephen Saka on the Hard Talk programme with Russia's UN's representative. Have a listen to this as he justifies to Stephen what is happening in Ukraine.
Nobody promised to deliver it in 3 or 7 days, as some pundits are saying now, that the Russian special military operation stalled and is not progressing at the pace that was initially envisaged. But the progress is being made, that's clear. One of the reasons of the so-called slow pace is that we are not targeting civilian infrastructure and areas deliberately. We're only hitting military targets, and it takes time. We're not doing carpet bombing or anything else like that, but the progress is there, that's for sure.
We are not targeting civilian infrastructure, he says. I'm sure that is something that every Ukrainian would refute.
Yes, absolutely. Indeed, I've just been looking at pictures of areas around the Donbas where civilian infrastructure has quite clearly been targeted. I was looking at pictures of a school burnt to the ground, of people's houses completely destroyed. I must say, I think there's a number of points that the ambassador made there that people would refute. Also, this suggestion that they're going slowly and they didn't plan to do this in 3 days. It's been quite widely documented that the Russians only came in with a limited number of supplies. The initial plan, this is quite well known, and I don't think it'd be possible to really refute it. The original plan was to sweep in and to try to decapitate the government here. So I think it seems like they are now trying to come up with a new explanation of why things are going slowly, but they really and clearly are. But I think the most key point there is this idea they're not targeting civilian infrastructure, because there is widespread, irrefutable evidence of it happening.